In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Did it ever happen that somebody proposed you, suggested you something, but after some of the time, either they totally budged from it or they made several amendments to the proposal they have presented to us? Now, where if at all they have taken it back, or they did continue, but with several changes, these changes does suit them, but does not suit us. What will you feel in a case like this one? Obviously, you are not going to feel good at all. The reason being that the first version was quite good or somewhat good for you, while the second one is not so good at all for you. It does not suit you much actually. Rather, because it has been amended or because it has been totally withdrawn, so that's why we don't feel good. Not only that we don't feel good, rather the credibility of that particular person has suffered. The kind of image we people were having for that particular person has suffered really. Now 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 let's look upon we ourselves. Did it ever happen with you, by the way, that you presented something else to somebody, but later on either you took it back completely or you amended, you presented a new proposal with the several amendments in it? If at all you or I do this thing, what will happen to us actually? The what will happen to us is that our credibility will suffer a lot. They will start disliking us. Not only this thing, rather they will continue telling this thing to several other people, and in the eyes of all those people, our credibility will obviously get damaged a lot. Our our image will be damaged, and that's because that's not good thing at all. So what is the purpose of today's discussion is that if at all something comes to our mind, if an idea comes to our mind, that why not to take that particular person with this particular idea, why not to jointly work upon it, why not to ask certain types of cooperation from that particular person on this idea. So we do present them a proposal, but after a little bit of the time, we do feel that it was not worth it. We shouldn't have presented it at all, because that's not good, because that have certain lacunas and it is not as good for us actually. So either we totally draw it back or we do propose several amendments in it. In both of the cases, I think what does happen, or even if at all some of the people do is that they don't refuse, they don't openly say that I have taken it back. They openly make certain or several amendments. Rather, they keep quiet, and neither they speak against it, nor they go and implement and practice it. So this is also something where I think so that the other person will feel that he is not ready to do that, and he has withdrawn totally whatever he has proposed to me. Although there were several good things for me, and there were certain good things for this person who has proposed me this idea, and but he has taken it back. So I think that our relationship will suffer. Not only this thing, rather, since she will keep telling it to the other people, so in that case our own credibility will suffer a lot as well. Dear friends and fellows in Pakistan, what we need to do, the purpose of today's discussion is that we, if at all something comes to our mind, we don't need to get excited at all. We shouldn't become desperate and desperate enough to put it across to other people, the person concerned. Rather we need to cool ourselves down. Rather we need to wait for the time when the excitement is evaporated and we have started thinking rationally. Now, this rational thinking actually, we need to form a proposal, but even then, excuse me, although it was not present, although we are not excited, very excited at the moment, but still I think we need to hold it for some of the time, and we need to make another proposal. This proposal, obviously, first of all we need to reconsider whether I should continue pursuing this proposal, or it should be totally abandoned because it is not technically viable, or because it does not suit me at all. So if at all we still think that if at all we do still think that it should be kept, rather than abandoning it, now we need to reconsider what should be the form of this proposal. If at all this proposal does need certain improvements, upgradation, it does need certain amendments to be made in it, so that it becomes more suitable for us. Even now too, after the second version of it, I think still we need to keep it with we ourselves, and we don't need to share it with anyone else. We don't need to share it with a person concerned. And we should start reconsidering it for the second time, for the third time, whether I should continue this proposal or I need to abandon it. If at all I've decided to continue, so if at all I do decide to continue, so what would be the form of it? What will be the new form of it actually? What will be the amended form of it, with several of the amendments or the evolution has been taken place? And after this, I think it becomes ready to propose it to somebody else. If at all something, if at all the idea is an important one, if at all the idea is an important one, I think now at least we are in a position to put it forward, to present it to the other person. But still I think so we shouldn't be found saying that no amendment is needed here, no further improvement or revolution is needed here. I think still a place should be kept for the further evolution, for the further amendments to be made in this proposal. For while though we are presenting it, though after the once the third proposal is ready, once the third agreement is ready, we should put it forward. But even then, we should be, after the discussion, or after after some sort of deliberation, we still should be ready to make certain amendments in it. That is something what will I think what will be very beneficial for us, and it will make the agreements useful for us. It will make the agreements, the interaction, the collaboration with other people, as something which is useful, which is beneficial for us. Thank you.